the guy who I just threw the flag at right there. David, I'm going to give you one chance to speak your piece about this, but I just want to let you know that I was really disappointed that you were not there and present with 8 of our other league members in your second year in the league. Is there a reason why you were not there?
Listen, I'm going to be very honest with you. It was strategic.
Strategic.
Okay? I got news for you. You guys like to play mind games, okay? When we all get together, I know how it was last year. You like to look at people from across the room. People like to sit in other rooms, try and make people second guess their decisions. I made the decision to stay at home. All right, focus, concentrate, meditate. And guess what? I put together a winning team, and I'm trying to win coin this year.
And listen, as your commissioners, we don't approve.
Definitely don't.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't approve. If
Yeah.
I would have played you this week, you'd be done. So,
Yeah, I mean, luck of the draw, brother. Hey, how's your game going, by the way? Fantasy football.
hey, down to the wire tonight. George Kittle, McCaffrey's out. Kittle's gonna have a great game, so I'm ready for
We're
it.
gonna see a lot of close games in our league for sure. But let's get this going on the road. I mean, let's start quick and early. Let's bring it up because everyone's been talking about it. Chicago Bears winning yesterday, a score of 27-14 on the back. I shouldn't say I'm on the back of Caleb Williams. It's on the back of our defensive special teams. Caleb ended up going 14-29 for 93 yards. Blue, I guess your first impressions on the game, what you thought looked good, what you thought looked bad, and I don't know, just overall consensus of what you think.
Well, this team, it reminds me a lot of the 2017 team. Just heavy on the back of our defense. The defense played out of their minds. Honestly, I thought they were going to play great. They played better than expected by far. A couple concerns. Caleb, I don't know if it's just harder to get the reads because the first game jitters, just not getting the reads in time, forcing a lot of passes. He'll get better over time, I believe. And then offensive line struggles continue. Hopefully we can find an answer. We haven't found an answer in 5 or 6 years.
It's tough, dude.
And not giving Caleb enough time to throw the ball, that's 100%. But like I said, the defense really won us that game. David, what do you think?
Overall, man, I do agree with you that Caleb does need to kind of work on his timing, get that synchronization going in the offense. My biggest thing on the offensive side of the ball is some of the play calling also was very questionable.
I agree.
I wish when we're running the ball, why are we pitching it to the outside every time? Let's punish the defense. Let's wear these guys down and run the ball. We have 3 very capable running backs, and we barely saw any of them get utilized. Only 10 carries for Swift. That's a little crazy to me. I mean, so I think we definitely need to work on establishing that run game again. It's Bears football. You know what I mean? It's Bears
100%.
football. So I think once we get that run game going, that's going to open up that play action. That's going to open up those opportunities for Caleb and make him a little bit more comfortable. But then again, that all stems from that O-line. So
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the Swift was our leading rusher, 10 carries, 30 yards, average of 3 yards a carry. The next person after him was Caleb, 5 rushes for 15 yards, and then it went a mix between Velas, Moore, Homer, and Herbert. So, yeah, I guess to kind of piggyback off of what you guys were saying, offensive line looks very, very questionable, and it's kind of upsetting considering that Poles used to be a former offensive lineman himself, along with Cunningham. So you would think that they'd be able to specialize in scouting for that specific position, but it looks like it could be the worst position group on the team. Shelton looked horrible at center. I noticed they brought Bates in a few times. Jenkins looked kind of shaky. Really, I feel like the only stable rock on that offensive line is Darnell Wright. I mean, he looks solid. I don't think he gave up any pass rushes, if barely any at all. I know he didn't let up a sack, but there were a few plays in there that I saw were completely questionable. I don't know if you guys saw. There was a play where Coleman Shelton was playing center and he stood up straight and the linebacker just ran right through his ass, dude. And apparently that was going on all day. I obviously didn't get a chance to pay attention too much for the offensive line tape, but as for Caleb, hey, I think a lot of the rookie troubles came out yesterday with not just him. I mean, Bo Nix had kind of a decent game, but there's nothing over the top. I think the best one out of all the rookies yesterday was Jaden Daniels, but I mean, like I said, he really was able to work with his legs and get however many carries he did, but that's not going to be sustainable, I think. But I do think Caleb, for what we expected out of a rookie, his first game, it is what it is. There's a lot that he can learn from. He missed Keenan Allen on a wide open seam route on the left-hand side of the sideline, which should have been a touchdown. But at the same time, he made some pretty good plays too. The little left out that he ran to Keenan when they were on the 5-yard line that should have been caught, that was dropped. He didn't turn the ball over, which I mean is definitely a good positive to look at in a sense of rookie quarterbacks who can become flustered and make those dumb throws like Will Levis made at the end of that game yesterday. So I do think that there's some positivity that you could look out of it. And I mean, hey, they ended up getting the win. You know, like you said, it's Bears football. Sometimes it gets ugly. It might not be pretty most of the time, but I do want to see a change of the tide. I want to see our offense be able to win games instead of our defense because our defense has been doing this for quite some time now, you know, and I ultimately Caleb is going to improve. He has 3 really good targets at receiver, which I'm going to start talking about one after this because there's a lot going on with him. But I mean, he didn't look too flustered. He was able to handle the criticism well after the game, and he owed to his defense.